Good morning. Hi. I'm a little out of my normal schedule and routine, considering I normally do these on Fridays, but today I thought it would be fun to come on and just do kind of like my all-out makeup routine and try and keep it simple and quick so you have a reference guide if you want to try this makeup, that when you get the makeup you can go back and you can kind of watch this video and really have the guide that you need for applying the products and making it seamless and work for you, because I love this makeup. I promise I do, and I use it all the time, and I love sharing it with you. Hi friends, hi, thanks for coming in. Okay, so if you are watching this replay, then thank you for watching the replay. You can go ahead and still engage and comment. I will go back and try and read the comments and answer questions when I can, and all of that fun stuff. Also, I just thought that I would, hi Laura, I'm glad you're here live. Hi Janet. Okay, oh hi Macy. I decided to go a little bit crazy, and for every 50 shares with this video, I'm going to give away a brush. So one of these amazing makeup brushes that I talk about all the time, and I thought, why not just keep giving them away? So for every 50 shares, I'm going to select a winner to get a brush, and I will send you which brushes to choose from, and you'll have your choice of those. So I am super excited for some of you to get your hands on these cool brushes, and I'm going to demonstrate them in my video today as well. So getting started, I'm going to use my mini double-decker compact. Hi, thanks for being here. Yay, thanks for sharing. Let's get that sharing going, and I'll go back through the comments and announce winners too, and so be on the lookout for that. So my entire face palette is in this top layer here, and I have my two base foundation shades, which are called Highlight. So these are the Highlight. They have coverage. They also add dimension. This here is the Contour, and it also has some coverage and it adds dimension as well. So you only put these where they have to go. So you're not going on and putting a whole layer of foundation on your face, only to remove all dimension and polish from your face, and then have to go back in and create it and, like, you know, bring more life back to your face. So the point of this is it's a three-dimensional foundation. You put this on the lighter, brighter areas, you put this to polish out the shadows, and they don't need to necessarily overlap. You will blend them in together. So these are two of my favorite blushes right now. You can also put them on your lips, which I'll show you today. Hi, thanks for being here. Sorry if I'm missing some of these comments. I want to make sure that you get the information and this isn't too long. So thank you for being here and thanks for commenting. Make sure that you're sharing, because for every 50 shares, I will give away a brush, one of the mascara brushes. So I'm super excited. And then this is my Illuminator. I just got a brand new one, so I will show you what that does. On the bottom layer, see how it's double layered here? There's this great mirror on the top and my foundation on the top. Then I use a lot of powder, and I love to just be able to dip in and go. So I put two powders in mine. Here's a bronzer. It's a bronzing setting powder. You can use it for your contour or something like that. And then these are some of my favorite, most used eyeshadows. And I am about to replace this one for the first time. And I've had it in, I would say, probably about a year. And so you have large pores. How can you get your makeup to not look cakey? So if your makeup is looking cakey, then it's typically too light of a shade, and you need to start with a base shade the way that I'll demonstrate here. And so starting with something that's more of a base will smooth out like larger pores or texture, or like how I have spots and discoloration and dark circles under my eyes and things like that. It's great to start with like a base highlight. So I will typically, when I color match you, you can send me a photo of your face, well lit photo. Bathroom lighting is hard because it'll cast like a warm glow on your face. So I want it to be as natural lighting as possible, not direct sunlight though. Maybe like standing in the shade, or sometimes in your car without a lot of shadows or harsh light coming in, more like in the shade. Like, I just want it to look like your skin does in real life. So if that makes sense. So look at the photo and say, does this look like me? And then send it. So if you send me that photo, Typically, I'll recommend a base layer, highlight color, and then a brightening highlight color. I feel like it's just the most dynamic, and then your makeup will suit you year-round really well, and things like that. Every once in a while, if you get really tan in the summer or something, you may want to jump down and use another darker shade. But for the most part, I stick to these two shades, and I just use a little more of the lighter one when I'm more fair, and a little more of the darker one when I'm darker. Cool? Yes, I am a mascara artist. Okay, so I'm coming in with this is the 30-second hack brush. And again, if you're just tuning in, every 50 shares, I'm giving away a brush. So make sure that you are sharing this out, and let's just get this party started. Okay, so I'm coming in. A little bit goes a long way with this product. I'm using my darker highlight shade right here, and I'm coming in under my eyes, and I'm just distributing this product because you don't want too much product. It will feel kind of sticky and look cakey sometimes if you're using too much. So we just want to distribute this out. I would love for you to have new makeup brushes. Thanks, Tempest. The 30-second hack is amazing because it's just quick. Like, look how much area I've already covered with that one dip into here, and I go in between my brows here. And look, when you start applying this darker one, it may seem like it's really dark, but it's meant to go in and balance those deeper tones. So you just want to use a little bit and really blend it in, because then you'll see how much more even my skin tone already looks here, just because I'm using a color that's going to melt into my skin. Yay, Samantha, welcome live. Which hack brush do I recommend? So the 30-second hack is what I go to most for speed. So when I want to apply a large area and quickly, or I'm just like on the go, or just my everyday, then I typically will use the 30-second hack. I always use the detail hack, which I'll show in a bit, for my nose contour, or for some blemish coverage and things like that. So I'll demonstrate that with both brushes for you as well. Okay, so you can see how much that blended in, and it doesn't look crazy right now. And also, this is my base layer, so it's going to be a little darker, not super brightening yet. It's just meant to go in and balance. And look at how much darkness and redness I have on my lids. So I just come in with this highlight color here, just neutralize that out. And again, you don't want too much product, especially on your eyelids, where I'm going to go in with eyeshadow later. I don't want it to be sticky or have too much. And a lot of times around your eyes, I just like to go in with my finger and press this out. Press, press, press. So I like to push it in and make sure that it is really distributed and really pressed in, so that I don't get excess makeup like stuck in any creases or things like that. Oh, a link! Melissa! Thanks for reminding me. Sorry, I forgot to put the link to this makeup. Here it is. I just shared it in the comment here, and I will pin it to the top of the post, and I'll add it to the caption after the video is over as well. So there it is. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for catching live. I can color match you. I can color match all of you. So I personally look at your photo, and I recommend what colors I think would be best for balancing your skin tone. And so make sure that your photo that you send me looks like you, is the most natural light that you can get. No shadows, no harsh light, no direct anything, you know? And so send me a photo, and I will get you color matched. And I will also recommend other products, or like other colors for you, blushes and contours and illuminators, like all that stuff too. So send me a photo and I can get you color matched. Okay, so far I've used seriously hardly any. My face doesn't even feel like it has anything on it. It is nice and soft and smooth. Like I mentioned in my last skincare video, I have been using the Trace skincare system, also from Maskcara, the same place, and my skin is so soft. It's amazing. I just love it. So if you haven't caught that video, then I talk all about the skincare system in that one as well. So, okay, so now I have this base layer and it's really light and easy. How do I get your brows? My brows are actually microbladed, and so I will show a little bit of what I do to them now that they have fully healed. And when I want it a little more dramatic, then I add a little eyeshadow to it, and I'll show you. You've been seeing Aubrey's lives. Oh yeah, so if you are watching Aubrey's and you click her link, then it will credit Aubrey. And if you are watching my lives and you click my link, it'll credit me. So it's, either way is great, and you can buy from, you know, whichever. If you're watching Aubrey's, then it's great for you to watch from Aubrey's. Yeah, my eyebrows are microbladed, but I will show you what I do with them to get extra shape in a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make this not super long for those of you watching the replay. Okay, normally I have my Perfector sponge. I forgot to grab it. It's all the way in my bathroom. I don't want to leave you while I run and grab it. But my Perfector sponge, I get a little bit damp, and then I wrap a towel around it and squeeze out all the excess water so it's just soft and moist. And then I go on and press into my skin. So, sorry. Pretend I have that Perfector sponge. It makes a big difference as far as it looking glowing and really gets your skin looking just vibrant and beautiful and even. So I love that. You love super long tutorials, Teresa. I love you. This is mascara, and I've linked it here in the comments. I would love for you to win this brush too. I would love for all of you to win brushes. So let's go ahead, and for every 50 shares, I will give away a brush. Does microblading hurt? It did hurt a little bit. She numbed me, like topical numbing, but it still kind of, yeah, it stung, I guess I'll say. Okay, so at this point, I have oilier skin, and so I like to come in, this is the B squared brush, which I love, and I like to use the smaller side of the B squared brush. There's also the powder power brush right here. That works great for powder, but I'm just in the habit of using this. And I come in on the bottom layer of my compact, and I just lightly press on a layer of powder. The powder is so silky. When you get your powder, just touch it and in between your hands, and you'll feel how silky and amazing it is. And it goes in and just kind of absorbs into the cream and becomes like, I don't know, sounds weird to say becomes one with it, but that's kind of what happens. So it goes in and it marries the cream, and then they look awesome on your face all day long. So I feel like the powder is huge for me. Like, it makes all the difference in the makeup lasting all day and all that stuff. Okay, so I just did a super light layer of powder. You don't want to go in with too much powder, because then when you come in with your second highlight color, you're going to see it like kind of break apart and be cakey, and we don't want that. We don't want any cake. So the thinner of every layer that you do, the better your makeup will look and wear. And it'll last longer. Like, my highlight lasts me, this little tiny thing lasts me months. This one is what I go through fastest, and it's maybe every 2 to 3 months. And then my lighter color lasts me more like 6 months. My contour is about the same. My blushes will last me well into a year. And I just replaced my first Illuminator, and I've had it for over a year. So, is that what sets the foundation? Yes, so I feel like it does. My powder sets my foundation really well. If I had to pick one brush, I would say start with one of the hack brushes. They make a big difference in applying the makeup flawlessly, not getting too much, and having a really good experience with that base. Will it cling to dry patches? So I would recommend using the milk cream on your face, because the more even your skin can be, the more even the makeup will apply. And so I would definitely recommend grabbing some of this milk cream. And the milk cream lasts me a really long time as well. So, okay, I am never gonna finish. Sorry, I gotta go. Okay, no, I don't have to go, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna use the same side of the 30-second that I showed you before. It has a pointed side, and then the other side is rounded. We'll use that for the contour later. I'm gonna use this skinny part, and look how much I'm gonna get on there. Literally tap the tip in, And then I'm gonna come on and add any extra coverage where I want it. And the great thing about having such a small amount of product is you can just blend as you go. I'm gonna get real close. So you want, it's kind of hard to use you as a mirror while I'm doing this. Okay, so you just want it to blend in as you are applying, and typically I do that with my brush, and I will just put a small amount on there to be able to blend it out. And then I come down the tip of my nose, right here, and again, super small amount. I'm gonna add a little extra coverage right there. So this is just adding brightness, and see already how it's bringing dimension to my face. So that's what you want out of your 3D foundation, is to add dimension while adding coverage, because then you're not going to have to layer on a ton of other extra products. You need this compact and that's it. It fits in my pocket, seriously. And travels, amazing, all kinds of stuff. So this is Maskcara Beauty, and I have put my link here. I'll put my link in the description above too, but message my page, Bold Beautiful Life, if you want a color match, and I would gladly color match you and set you up. Okay, so I'm gonna come in under my eye and just dab this out lightly here. And again, you only want a tiny, tiny bit. And come in there. Again, around my eyes, or you can use your perfector sponge. I feel so lame that I forgot it in the other room. But I want you to try this. The brushes are also Maskcara Beauty. You can buy the whole collection for a discount as well, if you want to grab all the brushes. So you can already see how much brighter this side is, how much brighter my nose is, and I come in here, I brighten up on this, just kind of the middle of my face, I pull out and lighten it up. So I don't need a ton of this lighter color because A, I don't want to look cakey, and B, I already have a beautiful foundation of balance that I've achieved with the other color. And so I also like to come in on this jaw with my lighter color, just because I feel like sometimes our necks are a little more fair than our face, and so I like to use this lighter color to kind of just like create a more seamless barrier with your neck. So I'm coming in here with my lighter color, and it always blends out really well for me, because I'm not dealing with things up here like pores and dark circles and wrinkles and all those things. Typically on my jaw, it's okay to use like a lighter color that I don't have to worry about accentuating all that stuff. I can just brighten that up, right up. Thanks, Teresa. Okay, so I'm gonna come in, brighten up this other side. Again, tiny, tiny amount of product. Typically this process with this process, I am not talking through it, and it only takes me a couple minutes to do my main face foundation. So it really is a super fast process. If I wasn't talking, I've timed myself multiple times. I can do it in like 6 minutes. So, okay, then I come in just because I like to, with a tiny bit more of that powder. So just because I'm oily and I like it to stay all day long, I come in and set this again with my powder. And also, I've even done this in the car without a mirror. Well, I mean, I have the mirror on my compact, but like I have tried doing it without a mirror, and I can do it. You just learn your face. You learn like where things go, and it may seem like kind of an adjustment at the beginning, but I promise you'll get it down, and you'll learn. Yeah, you'll learn your method, and it'll be really fast. And by far the simplest makeup I've ever used, and I just love it. Okay, so we're gonna come in with contour now. As you could maybe see, I didn't put my highlight shade up here, under my cheekbones. See all that like patchy redness still? I don't even have to worry about it because my contour is gonna go on. And also I'm gonna put it under here. So I'm gonna come in with this other side. You can use the other side of the 30-second. hack brush or if this is the detail hack. And again, for every 50 shares, I'm giving away a brush. So a bunch of you could win brushes and I would love that. Okay, so this side of the detail hack, I also love to go in and buff things out and blend them. And so you can easily use that side, or if you have the 30-second hack, you can use this side. So I feel like the brushes are super universal. I've even seen people use the skinny side for their contour. So it's totally up to you. But okay, a tiny bit, like I barely touched it, not even the whole brush, I just barely touched one corner of it. And I'm gonna come in, you're gonna find, it's most of the time it starts with the top of your ear, and you feel that bone right there. And you can feel this bone and you feel how it kind of rounds a little bit. And when you're hitting here on this rounded area, then you come forward and it all of a sudden gets squishy, like about here. So this is your bunny spot, right where it's rounding before it gets squishy and back to your ear. Okay, that's your money line. And you don't want to go down here. You don't want to drag your face down. You want to just be right underneath that bone, almost like you're polishing out that shadow. See how I already have like a bit of a shadow there? I just want to make that shadow look polished and clean. So I'm going to distribute some of my product here. And again, I have too much product on my brush just from that one dab. So I don't want a ton of product that I'm trying to take away. Instead, I want to preserve my product. So I'm going to come in on this other side and come in up at this angle. Don't come in like this. Come in up and try and push up underneath that rounded part of that bone and distribute that product there. So you can see how much one dab in there did both of my cheeks contour. So I am not worrying about blending as of right now. I'm just distributing until there's basically nothing left on my brush here. So I have that there, and now I'm going to come in little small circles and just blend this out. If it's growing on you or you're having a hard time blending it out with that side, flip the brush over. One of the amazing things I love about the brushes is they're double-sided. So flip it over to what you were using the highlight color on and pull back into your contour. So pull up, 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 and see how that just kind of blends out. Just a little bit of it. And the contour does have a different texture and consistency than the highlight does. It has a more, it's almost stickier. Like it has, yeah, the highlight is creamier. So don't be alarmed that there are different textures. But, okay, so I'm gonna flip this brush over, blend those edges a little bit more, and then I have my polished out contour that just comes right under these cheekbones and just pops them up. So you don't want to pull, you don't want to get rid of your jawline. So you don't want it too low to where it's like bringing your face down. You want it to bring your face up. So that's what it is. That's how you find where it goes. You don't have to worry about changing your face shape. People come to me sometimes, they're like, I have such a round face. How do I get it to look different? And I'm like, your face is amazing. Like, just polish your face because your face already is so beautiful. Whatever shape it is, it's perfect. So just find your bones and work with what you have going on because we don't want to change anything. We just want to make it polished and feel, I don't know, like you can conquer the world or something. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little bit more and come up here on the top of my head. Distribute this out. Okay. And I have, like my hair usually lays over top of right here. So this part back here ends up kind of white and this part here is where my freckle line starts. So sometimes I'll grab my finger and come in and just dab out a little bit more to distribute back there so that it doesn't have like a white stripe back there and then get darker along that line. So sometimes if you want a little bit, like, don't be afraid to use your fingers as tools, like around your eyes or, you know, to apply in certain areas that need some help. So I am going to see how it blended in. Like, you can't really see where I applied it. It just shadowed it and polished it. So now I'm going to come in under my jaw. And again, don't come in like this. Come in under, right here, apply it there, distribute back that way. If you get it up here at all, flip the brush over and pull it back down. You want this part highlighted, this part shadowed. So see how it just accentuates that shadow that's already there? I'm gonna have to go back and read your comments. Sorry, I'm missing some of them. I just wanted to make sure I'm getting you the information. Okay, so pulling this, sometimes I pull it down right here just to kind of add a little bit more dimension and shadow there. All right, so for your nose, you can either take this, if you have just the 30-second hack, you can take it and squeeze it. So don't squeeze it like this so it's twisted. Squeeze it in the most straight way you can. Sorry, excuse me. Squeeze it so it's straight, and then you can come in and leave this, like create that line there. I love, love, love using this 30-second hack because it has a super sharp edge, and I really like a sharp, like small amount of product on my nose. If I get too much nose contour going on, then I just like muddle everything. So, okay, so I'm gonna use this, and look how much product I use. Seriously, oh, I just dipped my finger into it and took more product than I'll put on my brush. Okay, so here, coming in, literally touch. Like, you can't even see it, right? So then I come in and I just use the straight edge that's already there, and I follow the line that's naturally there. See how I already have like a natural line? And you just apply that little bit more. See how it just accentuated that shadow? So this side's a little darker than this side now. Just right there. So it's like the tiniest amount of product, and you're just trying to create more shadows. You're not trying to like chisel out your face so that people are like line, line, line. You want it to all flow. You want when you move your face for it to just grab the light differently. So it varies in price, Shelly. So this compact comes free when you buy 10 singles of any kind. So any color, eyeshadows count as a single. And so you can do 10 of anything and you'll get this double-decker compact, for this mini double-decker compact for free. If you message me your picture, I will send you the promotional compact sizes and how much is required to get them for free. But if you add enough singles to your cart, then when you go to checkout, you can add a free compact to it. So, okay, I'm gonna come in on this other side. Again, like hardly any product. So it's totally up to you how much you wanna start with. I usually, I think that the mini double decker, this one, is a super great one to start with because if you get 10 things, say you can get, you know, all of these and then pick some of your eyeshadows or powder or something like that. And then you only have to restock what you run out of. So then going forward, and it's always free shipping no matter what. So going forward, say I run out of this color, I never have to buy this whole palette again. But if I buy a smaller palette and I decide I want a second blush or something, then you're kind of already outgrowing one of the smaller palettes. So I feel like this one is an amazing one to start with. And then when you run out of one of these colors, I like don't want to stick my finger in it while I'm talking to you guys. Then you just pop this tin out and you just replace it. So you're just buying that one thing, free shipping. And so you're kind of never again making that large purchase, that first large purchase, you know, you're just restocking what you run out of, and you won't run out of much very fast. I rarely restock unless I just want a new color or something like that. Okay, so barely, like there's still contour left on this brush because I hardly used any. And sometimes I will like kind of connect the dots at the bottom so that it's not just like two lines. Everything is blending. You want to make sure that it's all blended. So, awesome. Is the tin magnetic? Yes, it is. So so I have this other one. This is the double decker. It's a bigger compact. And I have like a few of my other colors in here and like they don't come out or move around. So if you're not filling your compact completely up, but you want room to grow, then just know they'll like hang out and stick in here. You know, you don't have to fill up the compact for it to work. Do I clean them? Yes. Well, my brushes, there is an amazing brush cleaner from Mascara as well, this one, and you just spray it directly on and swirl it out on a paper towel, and it cleans your brushes right away. It conditions them. It is like super great, and it dries really quickly. Before, I used to scrub my brushes and then I would have to leave them out overnight to dry, and in the morning sometimes they would still be wet, and I felt like it was just this huge process, so I never wanted to clean my brushes. But with this, it's really healthy to clean your brushes, just so you know. And it makes a big difference on application as well. So with this brush cleaner, it makes a huge difference. I just spritz it on and clean it off. And so I clean my brushes probably every other time or so. Okay, awesome. How much do you think you'll be to start a compact and brushes? So it kind of just depends on which compact you build and which brushes you want. So they're all listed on the website if you click. I'll post it here for you again. And you can kind of browse. If you buy the brushes as a whole collection, they're cheaper altogether than it would be to buy them all individually. But if you don't feel like you'll use all the brushes, then you can just buy which ones you think you'll use. And always message me if you want, and I can recommend things and help you figure it out. Okay, normally this doesn't take me that very long. Normally that part, 3 minutes, not joking. So, okay, I am going to be doing eyeshadow, and so I'm going to come in and show you. This is the Eyeshadow Everything brush, and maybe you'll win this, because for every 50 shares, I'm giving away a brush. Okay, I'm going to come in with the color right here that I've used most. It's called Sabrina, and I just come under my brow, and I'm going to show you one of my favorite basic applications of eyeshadow and favorite colors. So I may miss some of your comments while I'm doing this, but I just want to talk through it really fast. Okay, so I come in here and you can see how it's brightening up that inner corner. This side's dark still, and this side's getting lighter and brighter, and we want it to brighten up underneath your brow bone and on that inner corner there. Thank you for sharing. And I also like to come in and bring it in here for just a touch of brightness. And again, you can use this brush, or you can get in there with your finger and make sure that it is not sitting on top of any of those little creases that get in there. So you can already see how much brighter that inner corner looks than the other side. So now I'm going to flip this over and use this fluffier side of the brush. Again, the double-sided thing is amazing. And I'm going to come in with Bright Eyes. It's this like kind of shimmery medium brown color. And I'm just going to sweep that all the way across the outer lid into my crease, and slightly above my crease right there. So it's super pigmented. That was just one dip in there, and you can see how easy these brushes are to blend it in. The powders are silky. It's just really awesome. So I'm going to come in. Oh, I don't think I did the lighter on this other side yet. That's okay, I'll do it. So I'm going to come in, and I use little small circles, and I feel like that really helps me blend the product in and get the most out of it. Right there. And if there's a little part like that that's a little extra heavy, but you don't want to go with your brush and blend it so that it comes down here, I really try and keep my eyeshadow above the line, the imaginary line of taking your bottom lash line and extending it up like that. So you don't want your eyeshadows to come lower unless that's the look you're going for, but just for like an everyday lifting and brightening eye, I try and keep it above that. So if it's coming down there and you're still blending it out, then just take your finger or the other side, the lighter side of this, and just kind of sharpen out that edge right there, so that you're not drawing your eyes down. So I am going to come in with this lighter color here, and right here, and on this inner corner of my eye to brighten. Okay, so though that is even a good base, like throw some mascara on and you're good. But if you wanted a little more dramatic or add some extra dimension, I'm gonna come in with this purpley color that I'm obsessed with. It's called Kin, and I barely touch it. Like don't get too much. It's like crazy pigmented. And then I will come in, if you have kind of more hooded eyes, like if you are like this and you don't see a ton of your crease, you see more of like the top of your eyelid, then you'll want to go above your eyelid instead of in your crease, because that'll kind of pull your eyes and draw them back. But if you see some of your eyelid like I do, then you can come in right on your crease and just lightly sweep a little of this purpley kin color on, which I love. So that just added a little extra dimension there. And then I come in on the other side and match it. And you can mix and match what colors you're using for this same method. Just a lighter one, and then a medium one on your lid and as your base, and then a deeper one in your crease to just to add that extra dimension. So I just swirled my brush off on a towel, so this doesn't have anything on it, and I can come up and clean off the edges like that. Another thing you can do if you're having a hard time blending and you got a little too much on there or something like that, you can come into that Bright Eyes that I used, that base color, and just go over again, and it will blend the two together and make it look seamless. So if you're having a hard time getting them to mesh together, just throw that base color back over top. You'll still have the dimension from before, but now just a little more blended. Okay, so I'm going to show you my, hair tie. I'm going to show you my brows now. And this is the Know Your Angles brush. Maybe one of you will win it. Keep sharing. For every 50 shares, I'll give away a brush. And I'm going to come in with the color Trust on my brows. If you have darker hair like me, then Trust is a great color. If you have lighter or you want your brows lighter than this, Oak is a great color for you. So I'm going to come on and I just kind of make the base of my brows a little heavier. I just like it a little sharper. I still want it to look natural, so I like to leave a lot of the top just natural like that. But I just come in and reshape the base. And I like this part. I have a scar right here, so I like to go in and make the top of my arch a little more defined right there. And then again, my scar goes through my brow, so I just make sure that that is a little bit heavier there. And then it has this spoolie on the other side. You can even go and brush them out, make them look really natural and nice. So it's seriously like 2 seconds to do that, and then we are set. So I'm gonna come in on this other side and do the same thing, just lightly feather it up. Again, when you have the right tools, application is so much easier. So the foundation applies really simply with these brushes, and the eyeshadow goes on really well. The combination of good products and good brushes can't be beat. Okay, so that's kind of how I accentuate my brows. If you get a little crazy and they're too like in your face for you, you can come with that residual powder that you have left on your brush and just dab them out, and it kind of softens them just a little bit. All right, I'm coming in. This is another one of my favorite brushes. It's called the Multitasker. It has this flatter, sharper side and then this skinnier side here. And I am going to come in with the fatter side because I want a little smokier of a look. But I'm going to use Salem, which is a black matte eyeshadow. And here's a little tip. I like to take this fluffy brush and come in right underneath your eye here. And if you are, if you have a tendency of dripping eyeshadow on your beautifully highlighted cheekbone, then this is a great way to avoid doing that. So then you close your eye, and I'm gonna come on and tap this on. You don't wanna swipe because that will actually make more product come off and it'll make it less intense. So when you're removing, never just pull it off and like dab it back on, otherwise everything that just fell on here will go back on your eye right there. So if you take it off, make sure you swivel it out on a paper towel or something before. Hi, I am live. Hi, Suzanne. So I have that black line there, and then I am going to carry it up just slightly on my lash line right there. So I'm gonna open my eye, and your wing should go up like we talked about with your eyeshadow from your base lash line up. So you wanna come in here and carry that line up so that you're drawing your eye up and out versus down. You don't want to ever make your eye go down. Okay, so I'm going to just clean that up right there. And I love using eyeshadow for eyeliner because it just makes it like kind of smoky and more natural, but you can use something dramatic like this deep black and still have a dramatic cat eye, but yet it looks like natural. You could wear it during the day or something. Okay, again, take that black residue off before you put it on the other side of your face. So I come in and you dab it in place versus like a swipe like you would with an eyeliner. The dabbing motion distributes a more intentional product. And I'm using this fatter side because I want it wide and fanned out and smoky. You can use the skinnier side here if you want like a skinnier line. So I'm going to build up my wing now. And again, go from your bottom lash line, and that's how you know to build it up. And then a tiny bit down there. It's also not as scary as using liquid eyeliner because liquid sometimes just like goes crazy on you, right? So then you can take this, soften out the edges if you want to, just kind of mesh everything together. I'm like a huge fan of everything blending and looking seamless. So I'm going to come in this brighter side down there. If you want an extra smoky look, then come in with this smudgy side that we did the lighter color with. Bend it like this so it's skinny. And then come in with this base color, Bright Eyes, that we used. And just line this rest of the bottom line with that. And it gives you like, it kind of ties in the look and makes it even a little bit more moody and smoky. This is a look I love for date night or something like that too. Okay, I'm going to put a coat of mascara on really quick, and I used eyeshadow as a liner. So far, everything that I've used is in this palette. That's why it's amazing and the best makeup ever. So I am going to throw on just a quick layer of this, and ironically, Maskcara Beauty does not have a mascara, but I can link this one for you guys if you want to know which one I'm using right now. This is the It Cosmetics one, and I like it. I'm still on my first tube, so I don't know how long it lasts or how well it wears, but I'm trying out a bunch of mascaras right now and trying to find like my ultimate mascara. But I do like this one. So yeah, how's it going? I'll read some of your comments while I'm doing this, so you're not bored. Thank you, Amanda. Yay, 1K viewers. Thanks for being here, guys. I hope a bunch of you win. I can't see how many shares have happened right now, but I will go in and for sure contact the winners. I'm so excited for a bunch of you to win brushes. So thank you for sharing this out, and thanks for watching the videos and all of your support always. I definitely want to help you get this makeup if you want to get this makeup. Thanks for the hearts. When can you order from Canada, right? So we've been told this year, and I will make a giant announcement as soon as it's available in Canada. I just can't even wait. I think it'll be so fun for our Canadian friends to get it. You haven't found a mascara you like, try this one. I like it. So you can see that's just like that one simple coat that I did. I put a little bit more on the side, obviously, so that's like 1.5 coats. But okay, so at this point, after I do my eyes, just in case I like do something crazy with my eyeshadow like falling all over my face or something, then I will save my blush and everything for the end. And sometimes I like to just go in and dab a little more powder on if I'm starting to feel like shiny or something like that. Okay, so I come in with the fatter side of this B squared. Again, if you just used it for your eyeshadow, make sure it's cleaned off. You don't want to be putting black eyeshadow on your cheeks. And I'm going to come in with Sandstone here. It's one of my favorite colors. And so a tiny bit goes a long way. Barely touch it. And then I like to pop my cheeks out. Like make this stupid face. Well, sorry, this silly face. Sorry, I'm trying not to be like mean like that. Okay, so make this face and you're barely catching that bone or that bubble right there on your face. And it's lightly touching it. And you just want to slightly put it on there. And you barely touch because you don't want like a big chunk to go right there and then have to like figure out what to do with it. You just want it lightly applied. And this gradually goes up your cheek. Just so you have this nice warmth happening right in the middle there. You never thought about using the brush, Ashley, to catch falling eyeshadow. Ashley, I'm glad that it helped. Okay, so there is Sandstone blush. Blush makes a huge difference. If you're not a blush wearer, try it because it's amazing. Okay, and then Illuminator. I like to just use my fingers just because I feel like the consistency of it works really well when I press it into my skin versus like sliding it on. And so you can see that Illuminator goes on just above your cheekbone and it just catches the light right there. And so it just adds a little extra life and pop to your cheekbones that you just perfectly polished and accentuated. I know this video is crazy long, but normally this makeup look is 15 minutes for me. So I can also do it in the car, like if my husband and I are heading out on date night or something and I haven't gotten ready for the day, I can almost always finish my entire makeup look by the time I get to the restaurant. I put a little bit on the tip of my nose just to, again, grab that light and pull dimensionally out. And then I love putting a little bit of that to catch extra light. See how it just pops that brow bone, like lifts it right up. And so then I come in here, throw a tiny little bit here, just pulls that brow bone right up and makes a big difference. Okay, the other fabulous trick about this magical little compact I have is that I use the Sandstone for my lips as well. So it's like a matte cream, and there are other ones on the site that are glossy. Black Cherry Ruby, Desert Sunset are all glossier. And so if you want a glossy finish for your lips, then those are great ones. And I'm coming in here. This is one that I'm wearing a ton when people ask what my lip color is. So I just throw a little of this Sandstone on. And I love that color. But one thing I'm way obsessed with doing lately is using this Bear, which is another one of our blushes that I love wearing when I just want like a really natural kind of moody look. So I grab some of this Bear and put it over top of Sandstone, and it all of a sudden makes it so smoky. So I've been using Bear over like a ton of my lip colors because it just adds this awesome smoky vibe to it. So all of a sudden I turned that into like a neutral lip instead of like a bold red lip. So there's my makeup look with my compact, my one compact. I had a tube of mascara, and then I had the best brushes I've ever used, and I'm gonna give them away. So hit me up if you want some. Message me a photo of your face, and I personally look at all of your faces. So sometimes it can take me a couple days to get back, but I work through them as fast as I can. And I just want to make sure that you're having the right colors and things like that so that it's a good experience for you, because obviously, as you saw, sometimes it can take balancing and brightening and the combination of both, and I want it to be perfect for you. So this is the first tutorial I've ever enjoyed watching, mainly because I wear makeup to accentuate your natural beauty and don't overdo it. Amy, that comment just like made my day. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here, and thanks for sharing that with me. So Viviana, I don't use a ton of the setting spray. Sometimes I'll use it as a primer, but where my skin is oily, I found that just using a little bit of the cream, setting with powder in these light layers is what wears best for me and doesn't feel sticky at all. So I don't feel like if you're getting this makeup application down, your face should not feel sticky at all. It should just feel like healthy. It should just feel like moisturized, healthy skin. And it should look like it too. Like your skin is supposed to grab light, and like healthy moisturized skin has dimension, has all of those things. So we're just trying to make the best of that. The lip color was the blush that I used with another blush called Bear over it. And again, it's all in this one compact. So if you want to build your customized compact, this is the mini double decker. I put this on my cheeks and then I put this on my lips. Over top of it is this Bear. It's just this beautiful smokiness that it adds. And the brushes are also on this link that I have here, and I'll put it in the caption. I will also send it to you if you message me. So thank you so much. All you're asking for is mascara products. Cassandra, happy birthday in 2 weeks. I hope that you get your mascara stuff. Oh, thanks, Ann Beth. Okay, so is it good for ladies with large pores or no? So I would definitely recommend getting on the Tres Leches system, which is the skincare system. The toner helps to tighten your skin and helps with the pores and stuff like that. And a better base of your face will always help your makeup apply better. So I definitely think this is worth the investment and worth a shot. And then on top of that, make sure that you're having a base color like I had at the beginning, where it was a little darker. It matched my skin more than it did brighten my skin, because that matching, like going in with that base first, helps kind of fill in any of the textures and stuff like that. Then you can go in and just dab on the brightener where you need it, and you're not going to risk looking cakey or accentuating texture. Yes, you can message my Bold Beautiful Life page. And love this for a mom with no time, right? That's like, it's like ideal for moms. Oh, my little girl's up. So I'm gonna go and be mom now. So thanks for watching. Have a good day. And I'm so excited for some of you to win some brushes. Thanks. Bye.